Hello students, today's topic is object oriented programming, that is unit 5 in Python. Before that, object oriented programming, we must know what is meant by programming, and then we will see different types of programming paradigms, what is meant by paradigm, and what are the different aspects of all the paradigms. Okay, first is programming. Program is what collection of instructions is called program, and programming paradigm is any approach or any style of writing program, or it defines how the program is written, means structure and the way of program written is given in the program paradigm. Where, as we see example of Python is multi-paradigm programming language. Each and every paradigm has its own strength and weaknesses, and no any single paradigm can satisfy to all the applications. Actually, as per the requirement of the applications, sometimes the applications are small, sometimes they are real time, sometimes they are complex or having large scope. According to that requirement, there are different types of programming paradigms can be used, and as we see, Python is multi-paradigm programming language. Okay, so is it clear? Paradigm is the approach or style of writing program. Basically, there are four types of programming paradigm. First is monolithic paradigm, second procedural, third structured, and fourth is object oriented programming paradigm. We will see in detail what are the difference between all the paradigms and when and where it should be used. Okay, first is monolithic paradigm. Monolithic, as the name itself suggests, mono means single. That means it is single tiered software application, used only single platform, and it is very basic type. So it consists of global data and sequential data. In global data and sequential code. In sequential code, instructions what to be executed is written sequentially, and all the instructions given in sequential code access the global data, and instructions can be changed, the sequence can be changed by using jump or go to statement. Suppose you are at 5 number statement and you want to go to 10 number statement, you can use go to or jump statement. But because of that go to and jump statement, there is problem of ambiguity, and this method is not so secure because global data is accessed throughout the program. Sometimes there is problem of changing the value of global data. Example, as we see, assembly language and basic language. It is used for small applications because it is only a single program and it is only a single platform. No modularity is used here. Okay, as we see second type, that is procedural programming paradigm. It is somewhat advanced than the monolithic. Here the main feature is modularity. Modularity means what? Divide the big program into the sub program. That sub programs can be called as functions or subroutines. It is good for general purpose programming. Also, it is easy to keep track of flow of program. Example are Fortran and COBOL language. COBOL, the full form is Common Business Oriented Language, and Fortran is Formula Translation Language. Third type we see structured paradigm, structured programming paradigm. It is somewhat used everywhere. It employs top-down approach where program is divided into separate modules, and as there are different modules, we can write different code, and all the modules are independent to each other. We can reuse the data by calling that module to each other. So good for large and complex programs. It avoids go to statements, so there is no problem of ambiguity. Then what type of statements used? Just like selection statements. Selection statements means if then, else, if, then, else, switch, and if. An example is C language and Pascal language. And the four last and most important programming paradigm, that is the latest one, is object oriented programming paradigm. Object oriented programming paradigm actually used to simulate, to solve all the real world problems. Here the basic unit is class. Class is, it is encapsulated box where data members and functions are put together. The main feature of object oriented programming is reusability. Reusability means existing code we can use, no need to write the code again and again. Next is high level of abstraction. High level of abstraction, abstraction means essential details is shown to the user and implementation details are hid from the users. Object oriented means main focus is on the object, and one class can have multiple objects and they can interact with each other by sending messages. We can say method and message passing. That process is called. More security as it is the best feature and most important feature of OOP is it is very secure. Abstraction, data hiding and encapsulation. Next is bottom up approach. We see in previous structured paradigm where top down approach is used, and in object oriented paradigm bottom up approach is used. As we cover all the four types of programming paradigms, now we see what's the difference between POP and OP. POP means procedure oriented programming and OP is object oriented programming. The basic difference is POP is top down approach, it follows top down approach, whereas object oriented programming follows bottom up approach. POP is less secure and OOP is more secure, as we have already seen the various features like abstraction, data hiding, encapsulation. Because of that it is more secure. In POP there is no inheritance and in OP there is inheritance. In POP there is no data abstraction and in OP data abstraction is used. When we go ahead we will see all the features of object oriented programming in detail, where we study all the terms, that is inheritance and data abstractions and all. And last difference we can add as POP example is language C and Fortran, and example of object oriented programming is C++, Java, Python, etc. Okay. C++, Java, VB.NET, C#.NET, etc. Okay. Now next topic is features of OOP. Features of OOP is